hope you can see it. All good? Fine?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or as we say in Germany, something kaputt. Okay,
Something
great. Then we
kaputt.
can something kaputt. No worries. Okay, great. Then grab a nice cup of coffee. Yeah, I wanted to provide a short information about the whole agentic AI vision that we are having for 2026, because for people working with CRM, we already have seen in the past some AI capabilities, some help, some guidance, I would say. And we in the sales area lived the approach of Copilot before it was even called Copilot. We always have seen it that way. So it was the logical extension. What we are seeing is basically a normal development. However, I would like to guide you through some words about myself. First of all, the name is real. Sometimes I get asked whether I have invented it. I can assure you, no, it's not. It's my name. I'm a solution architect now. I started many years ago as a mainframe developer on the banking sector. Then later I thought this is boring. I need something new, and then I moved away to classical development, and then over to CRM stuff. How to say. I also blog quite a lot, mainly in German, but not limited to. And yeah, people that follow my LinkedIn profile basically know, or yeah, that I'm always a bit critical when it comes to the AI hype, not AI in general, but AI hype. I will talk about this because I'm not against AI by any means and terms. I live near Berlin, a bit outside. I work for CRM now work for a couple of years now, and yeah, I like to solve problems or make myself some. So it highly depends on to whom you talk. Okay. So I would like to provide some overview about the agentic AI integration in sales, then about some core features that I would like to anticipate or to talk about those because they will arrive by any means. A bit of on how this user experience through AI is enhanced and the business impact and that we will see, but also potential challenges and considerations. Yeah. Okay, great. Let's move on. And by the way, even if it's difficult, if there is something you want to ask, then try to stop me. Okay, it's like staying with the hand in front of a car, but try it, give it a try, challenge me. Okay, cool. So, let's make it short. We started with AI as a sales partner. In 2023, we had the foundations basically with core data management, initial workflow automation pilots, something that somewhat helped us with yeah, some small assistance here and there, but it was not really AI. But then in 2024, we had the predictive insights. We had AI forecasts, and we already saw there was some beneficial, some help there behind that basically helped us. And then year by year, we moved over to the personalization. We had scale journey tailoring, productivity improvement. That helped us somehow. We saw more and more people getting adopted to the whole AI help that we received. We had the form helper, but we also had already in 2024 to 2025 the assistants where if you have, for example, connected Outlook with CRM and you had Viva Sales integrated or later Copilot and such, you already saw that there was the possibility to get mails, to summarize them in various languages and to create automatically a contact in the back end and also pull help information out of an opportunity and answer. So this bidirectional integration was already there. And honestly, all the customer I showed this, they were fairly impressed, to say the least, because it really empowered them in their daily needs. Something that there was a use case, okay? This was not a prompt saying, here, please tell me how to use the system, and I will solve anything. And there was this mismatch between my problem, I don't know how to talk to AI, and on the other side, AI waiting eagerly to get help somehow, something to do. But here we had a close connection already, some help. But this was only the ignition basically for everything that comes. Now that we are already seeing, we are already having some sales accelerator and stuff. I will guide you through this, but we also have now the next step for 2026, meaning we will have agents that will help us with lead qualification, also lead engagement, so to speak. Always supervision by the human in the loop, because this is something I want also to stress out. CRM is all about people. We are doing work for people, with people, and people like to talk to people. This is my honest opinion. Not everyone likes to talk to everyone, but in the end, we prefer to talk to real people, and we are doing work with them. So there is always the human in the loop, and this is the clear focus that we are seeing now. And yeah, but how this is going on. So let me talk about the whole agentic AI topic in general. The vision basically is that we will have this already AI framework that we are having in the back end integrated within Dynamics 365 in 2026, more than it already is. We will have core capabilities that you are seeing here, but there is already the possibility, it already was discussed by Mira, that you can basically already go into conversation with Copilot, okay? And you get opportunity summarizes and help and such. This is already integrated, but this will get more and more integrated. And there will also be the possibility to create routine tasks, provide insights, and approach the whole, how do I call it, the whole sales related topics from a different angle, not only limited to um, an overview, a 360-degree view of my customer, which is still important to do good decisions, to perform well, but also to get solutions for a specific problem. So in a nutshell, we will get real-time suggestions. We are all getting, we are already having the Copilot sales insights that you receive when you open up an opportunity, summarize, a lead scoring, and etc. But you will also get, but the trend is going to predictive behavioral analysis. We are already seeing this in the customer service area, where you are basically already getting an anticipation on or how do I call it, a forecast about possible topics or possible how do I say, how many people will be involved in case solving and such. This is something that we will see more and more also in sales, and we already have an integration of a tool, a really powerful tool I will talk about soon, that will help us to do this analysis. What we have also is the automated scheduling. If you have ever worked with the holy triage triangle of Dynamics, Outlook, and Teams, you basically know that you can already do a real-time check of your opportunity-specific meetings. This is already possible. You can summarize those. You can create action points of those based on sales sequences. You can create new appointments and such, and get also a real-time sentiment analysis on how the meeting went on. This is already the reality, of course, always with data protection and consent, of course, but this is something we will see. But we will also see that the agents in the middle will help us to assist on our route. What we already have seen is some form help. When you enter data, the logs that are, the calls that are noted and such. This is something that we already have seen. But we will also get some self-healing CRM. By what I mean by this is that we will get the help of cleaning the data. sometimes you have duplicate companies in your system, that you have duplicate entries, that you basically have perhaps not updated entries. Okay, not every salesperson likes to use CRM extensively. There is always the manager side on one side, and there is the sales guy on the other side, and the connection between those is the CRM. It's not always that easy to come together, and so there are many fields, and not everyone likes to keep them updated and such. And the idea is to assist the salesperson and to provide this kind of data cleans that I call. And the next one is something that we are already having when we work, or we will have when we work with agents, that they will not only generate drafts that we can use, for example, we can today already use in Outlook, but you will also get, and which I already like, hyper engaging agents, of course, based on material that you share beforehand, so that they do not start to invent something, but at least they can help us to get in touch with possible leads. And of course, the whole sentiment analysis type that we are seeing here, based on specific sales actions, specific words that are mentioned or something like that. A couple of years ago, I had the opportunity to see how this works in real time with voice. And this was already impressive, but this was years ago. We are now much more advanced when it comes to those things. And so this is quite a nice topic. The automated lead prediction and scoring is something that we already had to some degree in the past, but this is getting a boost because now agents are basically doing this job. And this is also separated in a separate view on the screen, so that you can list. View was the former term, where you can basically see and see a summarize and a potential hit for the lead, and whether it's a hot one or a cold one and such things. This is something that we are getting more and more help through AI. And now comes the bummer, I would say. We will get the Project Sophia integration in sales, which means that we are getting basically a new approach, moving away beyond the traditional tracking of data into an AI first workspace, meaning in the sense that it solves complex problems and recognizes patterns, allowing us to focus on other things that perhaps you have overseen by any means because you are so routined, or perhaps you are not seeing this. This means we will focus more on complex problems, and we will have an AI research canvas, and also this tool will also look into our files basically, and to create blueprints. Let me show you 1 second how this is looking like. I hope you can see my screen. Okay, great. So we already know to some extent the sales accelerator, but what will then come is the sales research agent, which is basically the integration of Project Sophia. I've created a workspace in the past. And this workspace basically uses my data. Let me scroll up to move to some of the topics. Let me scroll in. So basically, I asked in the past, is our current territory distribution and account assignment effectively balanced across sellers, and how might we reconfigure these boundaries to maximize coverage and revenue? Okay, so and this came out basically. Let me go a bit back. We get a summarized text on the left side with some words. Sales performance are not diversified, mixed opportunities for coverage and revenue growth. We are, of course, this is a demo environment. By no means this reflects real data, but you get the idea. We see the various territories, the sellers, the number of accounts per sellers and such, and the pipelines. And the cool part is I have not created any of those graphs. The system basically decided, based on the information that it has, that it would be beneficial to me to solve this and to see this in different ways. And yeah, I can use this as a base, but basically I say then in next stop, please show me the latest leads. and it created a list of the latest leads, the lead distribution, and the lead quality ratings based on the latest leads. So this was a normal conversation that I had to some degree with the tool, and by the integration with the system in the backend, it created those things, which is already quite impressive. For again, this is a demo environment, and this is only a preview, but it worked really fast and really reliable, and only limited to my data. There was no hallucination of any data beyond this, which is my experience really, really impressive and really performant. Now, this was this part here. What I really liked was also the integration of the agent, which is now much easier to integrate. Well, the integration is easy to integrate. Okay, anyways, what I mean by this is, if you go into the app settings, now you have this part here, which is the AI hub, which I really like. And there you can basically set, you get some information about how agents work, because they work on your tenant specifically with your data encapsulated here, so there is nothing leaking. And there you can create and manage agents, which I really, really like. And it's really easy to set up an agent, honestly. There was no programming involved. Normally, when you hear low code, the first thing it comes into my mind is, yeah, I need a degree in math or something like that, which is not the case in here. The agent is basically created. And it basically asks per checklist what to do. So I defined what kind of agent. First of all, I only wanted a research agent, which basically only gets data. It gathers data. It does not get into contact. If I want to move this route, I need to move to this one here. This also sends personalized emails to leads and such, and yeah, engages practically with those leads based on information that you provide. You need to enable some of the features here, like Bing research, create an app in Azure. This is only for the integration, as those tools work on their own, but with limited permissions that you set up. There you can then set the agent profile. I provide a name. I used my imagination, so I provided agent 1 as a name. Then it was limited. My imagination was limited. I select one of the agent users, and I said the language is English. It is basically every system language that is activated on the CRM. Then I provided some company info. This is my company in this case. The Prosware, a demo environment and a website where the data is extracted from the agent. Then I provide some core idea. What is the product my agent will engage with? Then I said what kind of leads that I put into the system will be automatically qualified or engaged by or connected by or selected by the agent. So I provide a description. Then I said basically every lead that has the status open is yet cold. The lead source is not employee, referral, or a partner, and the email contains data. Why it should contain data? So it's easier for the agent to know whether it matches our needs or not, right? That's it basically. So I could remove those, and then the agent would basically attach with everyone, but you need to take a look whether it works with your requirements. So you can adapt, add, and change. I have not provided any email instruction beyond those. This would be only interesting if I would go into the topic. So basically, this is only important if I would go into engagement. This is not my topic. Handoff criteria provided. I need to take a look at the time. Assignment rules, whether I want to provide them then to a specific seller or salesperson as soon as I reached a specific topic. And then the knowledge part, where I basically say, where do I get this information from, where I can provide various resources like SharePoint or any other folder where the system extracts the information to get an idea on how to work. And then I need to activate this agent, and then it starts. And then it generates basically on its own, well, based on the leads that I've provided, a qualification and sums them up. And it automatically creates different views. For example, everything qualified. Let me see. Leads. I have those here. No, this was already processed, which is fine. Where is my lead? Take a look where it is. This one here, for example, is a lead that I've created. Originally, this was the lead that I've created. I provided a topic. I said the name. I said a job title. I provided the company and yeah, just the region and yeah, some core information, the annual revenue, number of employees and such. And the system basically then looked into this and it basically says, look, this lead has a lot in common with our target customers. Reach out to explore potential opportunities. It extracts all the information, why this is lead, the sorts, their revenue, the size matches, the role matches, and such. And if it would find public finance history, it would also add them as well. And you can get, if I would have some information about the company as well, and if there are any competitors, it would list them also here. And this lead is hot. So basically, again, the human is in the loop in this case. I can decide whether I pursue this lead or not, whether this could be interesting or not. This is a clear example on how you get a co-salesperson, more than a co-pilot, someone that works with you as a sparringspartner, that does the job that perhaps is tedious, not something you want to do, but you can overrun it and do it on your own. It doesn't need to be you don't need to be substituted by any means. I try to speed up a bit, sorry. Any questions so far? Okay. So I will rush through those things here to speed up. We will also see more personalized dashboards and recommendations based on AI, Power BI integration with AI, that will help us to move forward and yeah, reach a new high when creating new opportunities, but based on a much better foundation. So also natural language will be integrated. So it will help us also live to steer a bit the conversation. For example, if you know that something, or perhaps you don't know that something in the world is happening that is perhaps clearly important, AI will also with help you to how do I say, to provide the next best action without perhaps crossing topics that are not that good. Or perhaps on the other way around, if you hear a competitor that is not performing well, this could be a help for you. This is something that we already had to some degree in the past. We will have it in the future more and more. Yeah. Also, I think that something that will come and that we already are seeing is learning path, adaptive content, and also some onboarding help, and real-time feedback that is evaluated from, especially in the customer service area, but not limited to. This is a number. It's not set in stone, but you get the idea. So basically, there is an improvement in sales productivity. We can see this, especially for the jobs that you don't like to do on a daily scale, on a daily routine, is done basically by the system, which helps you quite a lot. Smart decision making, something that I already mentioned, where we go through resource allocation. Also predicting which customer to visit next based on return on invest, on lead score and such. This is something that we will see and that will also come. So the core idea is always to do to provide more personalization, um, to know better your customer, to get a better idea, to tailor opportunities and quotes better to the customer's needs, along with sentiment analysis and an engagement when it's really needed at the correct time at the correct point. However, there are some challenges and consideration that we need to take into account. We will always have the data protection topics, which are very important and change by area. GDPR, CCPA are those things that we need to always consider. Data is valuable. We will always have the problematic with unauthorization access and such. This is something that we will need to always keep in mind. Or also when working with AI, we need to make sure that the data that is used is also good for our lead engagement, and we are not sharing the wrong information because we shared the wrong folder and such. We need mitigation strategies for different topics like encryption, granular consent management, because not everyone wants the data to be processed through AI and such. This is something that we need to keep in our mind. And also control risks with customers that do not trust the usage of AI in general. Yeah, that's basically it. Adoption matters. I think that you cannot work against AI by any means. It helps. It is people that work with it, salespeople are getting a real advantage from what we have seen already. It's already used on various topics. So we need to also think about change management, also for the salespeople. To provide a way on how to communicate with AI, to get in touch with AI, to work along as a co-salesperson. And we need a role-based training. Not everyone can use AI on the same level, in the same way. There are different personas, there are different approaches, different view of the data that is needed at various points, and we cannot throw AI into the system and say, hey, look, use it. People need an idea, need a use case, need to talk to it. The way Microsoft handled this is already very great because they provide clear use cases that helps them. But there's always more that can be done. So my topic is basically AI is with the people, not against those. This is very important. And in conclusion, we need to embrace the future with agentic AI. It will revolutionize the customer relationship management a lot. It will drive sales upwards, what we already are seeing, and it will provide stronger bonds than before, than we had before, because we know our customer much better. Yeah, while challenges remain, it's very important to always work with the people to unlock the full potential of an AI enhanced and driven business process. And with those words, I'd like to end before I consume too much time. Thank you.